Planet X TV.
What's happening, Planet X? Gavin chilling here at the beautiful Inn at Sunset Cliffs in sunny San Diego. I have Marco Thompson. I have San Diego Sports Innovators founder. Let's go ahead and check him out.
Only here on Planet X.
All right, Planet X, we're back with more Marco right here at beautiful San Diego. I want to learn more about the San Diego Sport Innovators. What inspired all of that?
So I actually started the group over 10 years ago, and it was inspired by the fact that San Diego has a really great innovation and startup economy here. It's very much like the Bay Area, but there were very few organizations available in San Diego to help startup companies that weren't either in the technology business or the life sciences business. If you're in the technology business and life sciences business, there's 5 or 6 go-to organizations that help entrepreneurs. They help them raise money, they help them with mentoring, they help them with introduction to customers. But if you're in the action sports or the active lifestyle business, or even the golf business, and you want to start a company, there was nowhere to go to get that sort of guidance, capital access. There was no infrastructure. So we've created that infrastructure over the last 10 years. So the key program at SDSI is called Springboard. And this is a program where if you're a guy, whether it's a t-shirt company, or you've built a new kind of surfboard, or if you have a new golf club, or if you have a new action sports watch, it doesn't matter. If it's an active lifestyle sort of company, not a tech company, not a pharma company, not a medical device company, but something about the outdoors and an active lifestyle, we have this Springboard program. And what it does is you apply to the Springboard program, and they pair you up with 2 really senior mentors. These are people that have started companies, grown companies, and exited or sold their companies. These guys give you advice on how to grow and sell your company for free. There's no cost, there's no equity involved. It's a give back to the community by people that have already been there and done that to help the next generation of entrepreneurs.
That's amazing right there, San Diego. Definitely want to check out that stuff. So there's got to be a lot of people inquiring about that, and we want to hear maybe about some of the success stories on that. Is there a success story, a few success stories that really stand out from another?
Oh yeah, there's too many to name, but you can check them out on our website, which will be at the end of the program. You'll see that. There's probably been about 40 companies or 50 companies that have gone through the Springboard program. Of those companies, like 70% of them have raised money, which is a very good batting average for young entrepreneurs. Some of those companies are companies like Tower Paddleboards, a San Diego-based company that wound up going through the Springboard program, eventually wound up on Shark Tank. Mark Cuban gave them money, right? And the company is killing it. They're absolutely slaying it. There's probably 5 more great examples on the San Diego Sport Innovators website of companies that have gone through the program. They've been paired up with really great mentors that have helped them, advised them through their growth, and you can see some of the examples online.
That's awesome, you guys. Let's go ahead and check it out right after this commercial.
Planet X TV.
I'm Jared Tangney, founder of BioLink, and this is our SDSI Springboard story. SDSI Springboard helped us to refine our story as a company and to introduce us to the right people in the industry. We're developing wearable sensor technology for measuring blood level information without the need to actually draw blood, giving you insights on your health, wellness, and fitness. What's unique about our sensor platform is that unlike a lot of other sensor technologies that are available today, we're not just telling you how many steps you've taken or how fast you're out there running, but we're giving you feedback on your body's biochemistry, and you can really use that to optimize your performance and ultimately your race day pace. Prior to applying to SDSI Springboard, We were at the very early stages of our company. We had received some initial investment, but hadn't really figured out where we were going to take our company for the long run. The value of SDSI Springboard is getting access to top-notch mentors in the sports and fitness space, as well as business and marketing and other sectors of running a business that you really can't get at a lot of other places. The biggest contributors to really getting us to where we are today since graduation from SDSI Springboard would really be just the fact that we were able to bring on more money and ultimately expand our team, which has allowed us to accelerate development dramatically so that we can hit our milestones on time and really get a product on the market in a timely manner. We also have advanced the technology to a stage where we're actually getting into some clinical testing of our sensors. We really hope to launch our first product sometime next year. I would say the best way to take advantage of the resources that SDSI has to offer is, really as with anything in life, the more you put in, the more you get out. All of our expectations were met in going through the SDSI Springboard program, really by allowing us to interface with mentors that helped us refine our pitch and ultimately allowed us to get introduced to those in the industry that we were hoping to get introduced to.
Planet X TV.
All right, Planet X, thanks for sticking with us here at San Diego right now. I want to know more about some of that San Diego innovators right now. Bill Walton is a little bit involved, I think. What's his role there at the company?
So Bill Walton is a major contributor to our community. He's our executive chairman at San Diego Sport Innovators. He comes to our leadership dinners. He comes to our board meetings. He makes introductions. Having Bill Walton as part of this organization has given us tremendous credibility to attract other people into the organization. We also have so Bill's our executive chair. We also have John Sarkeesian, who's our chairman. John's a very famous local entrepreneur here in San Diego. One of his companies is the local company in North County called Skills, SKLZ. Those are the guys that make the Hit-Away batting practice tool. They make another 150 different sport training products. One of the largest companies in that field. I think they're over $50 million already. John's a very accomplished guy. He leads our day-to-day board. We've got some really high-profile retailers, some really high-profile manufacturers, and entrepreneurs that are all helping create this, what would you call it? It's a community to help young sport and active lifestyle companies.
It's amazing out there, Planet X viewers. You guys definitely got to check out this San Diego Sport Innovators. Marco Thompson's really helping us out a lot. So I want to get back to you right now. We were having a conversation before this interview about some sweet wake surfing. You just got an awesome killer boat. How did you get into that? How did you pick that up? What's going on with the wake surfing in your life?
So it's actually a little bit of a sad story. Like 12 years ago, I went on a family vacation to Lake Shasta, and everybody else could wakeboard, except me. I couldn't get up.
Oh, no.
I was useless. I came back to San Diego. I took some lessons with a guy named Murphy and learned how to wakeboard. And then my interest transitioned to wake surfing after I had a series of knee surgeries. But wake surfing is a really great sport. Anybody can do it. I just taught a 60-pound kid last weekend. That's my smallest person to ever get wake surfing. I've taught a 300-pound housewife, 55-year-old 300-pound housewife how to wake surf. 2 months ago, I had a 90-year-old man, Malin Burnham, a local legend here in San Diego, went wake surfing with me. I've taught a 78-year-old woman. So anybody can wake surf. And once you get up and drop the rope, it's almost as cool as being in the ocean. You know, there's a lot of really cool stuff in the ocean, but being able to get your balance and surf behind a boat for 5 minutes instead of 10 seconds in the ocean, it's a huge thrill. And I get most people up and dropping the rope in about 15 minutes.
That's awesome. Let's mention that it's also effortless. It is extremely effortless. You don't have to go swim past the break. You are on the break at all times.
That's right.
So I hear we get to go out on that boat. You want to talk about the boat a little bit?
So Tilly's Marine, which is a Southern California legend in the boating business, has provided me with a Malibu 25 LSV. I call it the surf limo. All of my boats up to this time have been much smaller. Maybe you could fit 6 or 7 people on with all the surfboards and all the gear. This boat will carry 19 people, 19 cup holders too. And it's got a system, so this Tilly's Marine boat, from Malibu has a system called SurfGate on it, and that SurfGate makes it very easy to control the wave. It can be either a goofy wave or a regular wave. I can control the length of the wave, the height of the wave. The technology in the last 5 years is just amazing. But these guys up at Tilley Marines have really seen how wake surfing has grown tremendously in the last 5 or 10 years. It is the #1 growth water sports activity in the world right now, and their customers are all about having a great time on the water, getting a little exercise, and having that on the water experience that you can only have in a boat, where it's like having a limo at the beach. I think of it like having a limo at the beach. You can bring your cocktails, you can bring your sandwiches, you can bring all your toys, and just have a great time.
If you haven't done it, hit Marco up. He'll teach you how to do it.
I will.
He'll show you what's going on. It is a lot of fun. I'm guilty of doing it maybe 3 or 4 times a week right now. It's definitely addicting. So, Marco, thanks for that information. Thanks, Tilley's, for hooking up Marco. Let's see those future progressions. What I want to know is a little bit more about the background of you in the business. You're such an innovator yourself. How did all that happen? Where did this come from? You know, I know you just weren't born with all of this. So how's that going? Where'd that come from?
Sure. So I grew up here in San Diego. I wasn't born here, but I pretty much grew up here. Went to high school here out in Santee. I went to UCSD, graduated in '79, and worked for a couple of technology companies. So I'm a software and electronics kind of guy. I'm a tech geek. You know, I was always active in sports and outdoor lifestyle, but I spent a lot of years with my head in a lab and building technology for other companies. I was lucky enough to be an entrepreneurial engineer, and I built a company up to about a $50 million business. I sold that company in 1996. And I've also been an active angel investor. I have a small venture capital fund that has been lucky enough to invest in some real big winners here in San Diego. Amazing. And but I've really been involved in anything that would help the next generation of entrepreneurs. Cool. And that's why we started San Diego Sport Innovators. I've been involved with all the other local programs that are about giving back your time and energy to the next generation of entrepreneurs, that if they just had the benefit of a little bit of your time to avoid some of the problems that you dealt with early in your career,
very much thankful.
it gets them way ahead of the game.
Sure. It's very much thanked. I know that Marco right here is going to progress a lot. Planet X, we'll be right back after this.
Planet X TV.
SDSI Springboard really helped me to craft my message to get it to the point where it's presentable to investors, and then ultimately to introduce me to my strategic partner that I went into business with.
It filled a hole in your knowledge base. For us, it was particularly financial.
SDSI Springboard helped us to refine our story as a company and to introduce us to the right people in the industry.
Getting the practice at Springboard, you can't get better. Really learning how to concisely and clearly explain things was a huge benefit.
It changed everything for us.
Planet X TV.
SDSI Springboard helped us to put together our financial model, and secondly, give us the confidence to pitch to potential investors.
Hi, my name is Steve Watts, and this is Angela Watts, and we are co-owners of Slide Handboards.
And this is our SDSI Springboard story.
Slide is a body surfing handboard company. What a handboard is simply a mini surfboard that you would strap to your hand and then you kick into a wave, and it essentially gives you a lot more buoyancy and lift out of the water and a lot longer ride down the wave. It's just a really great fun toy to have in the ocean.
The state of our company before SDSI Springboard was we were growing but very slowly. We were in the need of investment and we didn't know how to get it. Our financial model was a mess. We couldn't understand it. So we needed this SDSI Springboard to help us get there.
I think what SDSI for us did is it filled a hole in your knowledge base. For us, it was particularly financial, but we had a design mentor, we had a business mentor. All of these people are there for you to lean on.
You will have the mentorship from the best people within the industry to help you get in front of the right people and create a pitch for yourself that will give you the confidence to get investment.
What you put in is what you get out. It's whether you want to succeed or not.
The SDSI Springboard template was very valuable. We used it for all of our pitches and what we put together.
We still have it.
Yeah, it's what we used for our pitch, and it's what got us our investment.
It wasn't until I started traveling around the world that I met other surfers that did exactly the same thing, and that's why I started Slide.
I'd be willing to do the deal, $200,000 for 25% of the company, and split it with one.
What?
Yep.
Okay.
So, I mean, this is your business, and if you're serious about raising capital, if you're serious about making your business better, then you will put in the work needed because it will come back like tenfold to you. And it did for us.
All right, Planet X, we were talking about the future and his sweet boat, and considering the Maui explosion that Planet X is doing right now, you want to take your wake boat over to Maui?
Yeah, I got a friend with a C-130.
No problem.
All I got to cover is the fuel to Maui, which I heard is like $120,000. So as long as you guys got $120,000, we can get my boat there. Or we can just do a deal with Tilly's in Maui and make sure those guys bring us a boat for your event.
There we go. Either or. I would probably be okay with either or, to be honest. Tilly's, thank you so much. We'll see you guys in Maui.
Planet X TV.
I think SDSI Springboard is a good opportunity to prepare your company to go out and raise money.
I had really no idea how to approach investors going into this, and they helped me put together a package that showed the value of the business as it stood and the potential going forward. And that's really, I think, ultimately what helped me succeed.
The SDSI Springboard template was very valuable. It's what we used for our pitch, and it's what got us our investment.
It enables you to really develop and fine-tune your business plan from the finance and the marketing and the production and operations aspects of your business, which are the key ingredients in actually securing investment.
Planet X TV.
All right, Planet X, back here with Marco, chilling with Gavin, beautiful Inn at Sunset Cliffs in sunny San Diego. We have those entrepreneurs, those innovators, everything that we've been talking about during this interview. Want to know, and they want to know, you guys, where do we start? How do we get into this business? They all need money. They all need some ideas and help. You've had that experience. Where should they go? How do they start this?
Well, before I answer that question, I want to know where I can get one of these shirts in an XXL. That's a pretty cool outfit you got there. I like that. That logo looks cool too. So if you're an entrepreneur and if you've got an idea, and if you've tested that idea at least a little bit, started to build a prototype, talk to some customers, if it's the back of an envelope, you might be too early to go look for help. But if you've actually built something or tested a new product or have an idea that you've run past your friends and they're all like, oh my God, I wish I'd thought of that. Well, then it's time to come to San Diego Sport Innovators. The website's up on the TV. San Diego Sport Innovators is where you can get help that's very focused on action sports, team sports, outdoor lifestyle, brands, anything around that. You can get mentors assigned to you that for free. Can I say that again? What did I say?
Free.
For free, you can get help with your company from San Diego Sport Innovators. If your company's a little further along, then there's also an incubator in town where you can go, and they'll put you under their roof. Now, they're very, very choosy. They only take 1 in 10 of the applicants. So you've got to be in the top 10% of the people that apply. It's called EvoNexus, EvoNexus.org. And this organization has technology companies, life sciences companies, and sport and active lifestyle companies. So it's got all three kinds of companies under the roof. And it's a great incubator. It's a residential incubator. So your whole team moves into the incubator, and you'll have some mentors from the EvoNexus program, plus the mentors you already have from the San Diego Sport Innovators program from Springboard at San Diego Sport Innovators. So it's really an amazing set of programs that we have here in San Diego. if you're really interested in San Diego Sport Innovators, look up our executive director, Bob Reef. Bob Reef is a phenomenal guy. He runs the organization on a day-to-day basis. Go to the events, meet him, and you'll learn more.
Planet X, ready? Break. Go. Go do it. I want some cool ideas, like the ideas that we've been talking about next. What is going on next activities? Where are you at? What's the future? What are you doing after this? Where are you going tomorrow?
Right. So, well, if we're talking about the future of San Diego Sport Innovators, really interesting that there's a focus now. A lot of the companies that start small, innovative brands, they have a whole issue about online presence, and is Amazon your friend or your foe? So there's a whole program of experts, domain experts, marketing experts, go-to-market experts at San Diego Sport Innovators that are helping young brands figure out their online strategy so they don't piss off the local retailers and they still have an Amazon option for their future. Me personally, I try to get out 2 or 3 times a week and wake surf and teach new people how to wake surf. I try to mentor as many young, energetic, innovative entrepreneurs as I can find. I have a water park and a boat dealership back in Kansas City that has nothing to do with any of this, but I spend a little bit of time back there growing that business. I have a part ownership in a wave machine company that's installing its first big profile wave machine this month. So everything's interesting.
Perfect.
All right.
Perfect. All right, Planet X. Marco Thompson, San Diego Innovators founder, right here on Planet X. We'll check him out soon.
Planet X TV.
My name is Tim Fitzpatrick. I'm the founder of the Epic series, and this is my SDSI Springboard story. SDSI Springboard really helped me to craft my message to get it to the point where it's presentable to investors, and then ultimately to introduce me to my strategic partner that I went into business with. Epic Series is a events-based business. We produce functional fitness obstacle courses. We take the standard idea of an obstacle course, the Spartan Race, the Tough Mudders that already exist, and we've merged it with functional fitness, CrossFit, boot camp, all those, kind of bringing it into one event. Prior to SDSI Springboard, Epic Series was a very small, you could call it mom and pop operation. I was the only employee. We had done a total of 5 events over a year and a half. It's very grassroots, really just kind of literally building things in my backyard, doing guerrilla style marketing, just me driving to gyms. And so it was very much a true startup. Coming into SDSI Springboard, I had several objectives. What I really wanted to do was be able to attract either an investor or a strategic partner to grow the business. And really I wanted to be able to get the funding to build a team and also market the business appropriately. SDSI Springboard helped me prepare to get to meet my objectives in a way that I had really no idea how to approach investors going into this, and they helped me put together a package that showed the value of the business as it stood and the potential going forward. And that's really, I think, ultimately what helped me succeed. From the first meeting to the last meeting with my SDSI Springboard mentors, it was great. I was obviously much more comfortable with them towards the end. They really understood the business. They really understood what we were trying to do and the direction we were going. We had a couple events throughout the process, so they got a chance to see it grow even just during the SDSI Springboard class. As a result of SDSI Springboard, Epic Series now, we've got our strategic partner in place who is the majority owner of the company, which is a great thing because he's got the resources and the capital to really invest in the company. We have a team now of 6 full-time employees. We have an office. We're launching new events literally 2 to 3 times a month now, and we are growing at a level that we really, really want to be at.
If you wish to appear on Planet X TV, or to get more information, please email us at info@planetx.tv.
Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah.
Hello there. My name is Jakai Mickelson, and I'm a Planet X viewer. And I'm here to give you the message I received a couple years ago. You should be watching Planet X. You should be watching nothing but Planet X. Look into my eye and realize you should be watching Planet X. There is nothing else but Planet X. Quit your job and do nothing but watch Planet X.
All right, Planet X. Unfortunately, that's it for Marco today. Thanks so much for joining us at the Inn at Sunset Cliffs. Check it out. We'll see you guys soon.
brightest stars in the galaxy are on Planet X.
Only here, only here.